And it's a very good morning from me, Johnny Bryan, and I welcome you to the PlayStation Schools Cup Festival for 2015. It's the second day of 3 here at the Majestic Stadium in Reading, and our opening match of the day is the Under-13 Boys B Team final between Glyn School and Thomas Telford School. I'm delighted to say that John Scales is alongside me once again. John, a very good morning.
Good morning. Yep, very well. Looking forward to another fantastic day of football. Superb day yesterday. So delighted to be back at the Majestic Stadium, home of Reading Football Club. Good journey in this morning, and yeah, looking forward to another 5 games. And this one I don't think will disappoint us either. As you say, it's the Under-13 Schools Cup for B teams. We've got Glyn School and Thomas Telford. So both of these schools, not these teams, but both of these schools represented here yesterday.
And let's see how these guys do this morning. This is the Glyn School team. First of all in goal is Paddy Cox, followed by Archie Druitt, Vince Waller, Joe Planeta Payne, Solomon Nalik, Lewis Royale is at 6, Kieran Taylor 7, Herbie Archer 8, Tom Bedford at 9, Dylan Sullivan 10, and Reshi Nankumaran at 11 there, coached by Mr. Elliot Ransom. For Thomas Telford School, in goal, number 1, Owen Humphreys, 2, Kieran Conlon, 3, Cameron Bailey, 4, Jermaine Turler, 5, Lawson Billingsley, 6, Ben Shaw, 7, Gareth Ephriam, 8, Harry Townsend, 9, Harry Carson, 10, Nathan Goodfellow, and 11, Josh Carrington there, coached by Mr. Jez Thomas. That's the Thomas Telford School in maroon. And here are the substitutes for both sides. For Lewis Royale, and for Glyn School, Archie Morgan, Daniel Guyette, Louis Rain, Sam Price, and Thomas Telford, Joel Hedner, Josh Head, Jaden Williams, Isaiah Moses, Noah Plowman.
Hey, they didn't do badly in the semi-final, Thomas Telford.
No, indeed not.
Quite a convincing win. 10-0.
Yes, indeed. They beat South Holderness Technology College by 10 goals to 0 in the semi-final. Glyn beaten Whitgift by 3 goals to 1 as well.
Well, that's a good win. I know Whitgift are always strong. That's a convincing win for Glyn School. So they both arrive here in good form, I'm sure. And in fact, for Glyn School, it's the second year in a row that the school have made it to the Under-13 B final. Last year, unfortunately, they lost 3-0 to Wright Robinson School from Manchester. They'll be looking to put that right this year. And Thomas Telford, as I said, knowing both these schools have always had a good pedigree in this. They reached 2 finals in the PlayStation Schools Cup Festival last year, winning the Under-12 boys final 8-0, and finishing runners-up in the Under-13 girls final, losing 3-1 to Thomas Esley.
Our man in the middle there is Ryan Pitson. He's going to be ably assisted by Matt Leary and Hugh Evans, our officials for this tie. So then we're about to get underway here. 35 minutes a half for this level. Under-13s. We started yesterday with a real goal feast to start the morning. Let's see how these two sets of 11 get on here on this Tuesday morning. A little bit cool here this morning. Showers are forecast throughout the day, and heavy showers at that as well. Sunshine and showers. It's going to be a true April-like day, even though we're out in the middle of May.
We're all right. We don't mind the rain up here. We're covered under the stand, aren't we? It's a bit chilly, though.
A little bit cooler today. Me and John have moved to the back row of the gantry today this morning. Don't know if anybody saw that in my picture on Twitter of John Scales. He thought he was on an economy flight with much leg room yesterday for about 10 hours.
This is quite luxurious compared with yesterday, isn't it? It's about 3 feet further back, but fantastic.
So we're underway here at the Majestic Stadium as the sun tries to burst through the clouds. And Jermaine Turner just getting into the game. This is Nankumanan. Kieran Taylor. Thomas Telford on the attack. They were winners yesterday in one of the late finals. Nankumanan, very quick at pace and already putting Lawson Billingsley under pressure for Thomas Telford School. And he finds touch this opening minute. Glyn School will start on the front foot. Good, nice little run there from Lewis Royale. Just been put into touch there by Cameron Bailey. So early start there for Glyn School. They're the ones who've started the brighter here at this early morning game. I know you've seen yesterday, John. What was the earliest time you ever played a competitive match kick-off?
Competitive game would have been 12:30, I guess. You know, lunchtime kick-off. Always strange when you disrupt your sort of routine. I think players nowadays have got used to lunchtime kick-offs, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, Sunday lunchtimes, late Sunday afternoon, and Monday night football, of course, and you know, all the midweek games, whether it's European competition on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I think the players are more in tune with it. I think there's still a big question mark is Europa League football on a Thursday night, and the disruption, having to switch games to Sunday, and you know, flying and travelling great distances. I think that's still had an effect on some of the teams in the top flight. But these youngsters, I think, will be fine this morning.
Playing at 9:30 in the morning. I seem to recall going to, and just as Nankumanan has been caught offside, I seem to recall going to a Wrexham-Chester derby that kicked off at 11 AM when I was a child.
Oh.
Yeah, for obvious reasons, I think.
Yeah, I'd love to look back at when I played for Bristol Rovers. When I turned pro, I was at Leeds, but then I signed my first professional contract with Bristol Rovers, and we played a big derby match against Bristol City. And that was probably the earliest kick-off. Maybe that was late morning, for obvious reasons.
Glyn School, they're the ones on the front foot right now, 3 minutes into this tie.
Well, I like the way Glyn are pushing up, aren't they? They're pushing forward and supporting Rashid Nankumanan. Struggled to say that. But they're getting up and supporting him pretty well in these early exchanges. Well, that's well intercepted.
Indeed, and a little glance back there from Vince Waller, and so much so that has to present Paddy Cox out. There could be an early opportunity for Thomas Telford, and it's an opening goal for number 9 of Thomas Telford. Harry Carson's the scorer. Paddy Cox, the Glyn School goalkeeper, with the failed clearance, and Harry Carson was the man who mopped up on that mistake, and Thomas Telford have the lead 4 minutes into this final.
Well, fantastic goal from Harry Carson. He took it well, didn't he? For me, it was the interception in the first place from Jermaine Turner. Got onto the ball really well, but then you see the mistake at the back. It was important in the first place from Vince Waller to get the first interception, but unfortunately the goalkeeper came out. Poor clearance, and he'll be really disappointed with that. But Harry Carson on hand to slot that away very well, very neat and tidily, inside 5 minutes of this opening game, and that'll settle down these Thomas Telford players. Be delighted with that start. Came really out of nothing, didn't it?
Indeed it did, and no doubt will be pleasing the bench. Thomas Telford's School yesterday, when they really were under the cosh against Wading School for the first 30 minutes, and it was really a goal against the run of play at the end of the first half, and one right at the start of the second half, and then just the whole team worked as a unit, shut up shop, and Wading School couldn't get back into the game. This time Thomas Telford have started the brighter, and another No mistake there from Joe Planet of Pain at the back. Gets away with it now, and we can see how Glyn respond.
Well, it's so important, clearing those lines, isn't it? We see the replay. Here it was. It's just one of those, isn't it, that you try and clear your lines early in the morning. First sort of chance that the keeper's had a touch of the ball, and he'll be really disappointed and frustrated with that, but let's hope he can make amends, show us what he's about. But certainly those two at the back there, Vince Waller and...
Oh, and again. Paddy Cox not having the best morning right now. As Harry Carson nearly got on the end of a failed clearance.
Well, I know the feeling at this time of the morning, a bit rusty.
Yeah, I need a couple hours to be awake to be at my best when I'm playing sport. I can never. I'm always awful playing golf first thing in the morning.
Oh,
and,
yeah, golf is a shocker, isn't it? Trying to get...
no matter how many cups of tea or bacon rolls that you have before you go out, you can never actually get your mindset for at least until the clock strikes midday, I usually find.
Yeah.
Clearance there from Ben Shaw.
It's always the best bacon sandwich in the morning, isn't it? The best bacon butter you can get in life is that, just as you're getting ready to play golf.
And now Thomas Telford on the march once more. Josh Cannington under pressure. Lewis Royale. Garrington still has it. It comes in with the cross. Good headed away from Glyn School. Garrington sends it back. This is Cameron Bailey. Bailey with the cross. Headed away once more. And now Glyn trying to launch the counter-attack with Nankumaran. Gets on one player and another. He's got some players forward, but his touch was a little bit too much heavy. He's caught one or two of the Glyn back four unawares as a cross comes in from Garrington. There could be opportunity here for Carson once more. And this time it was a good save from Paddy Cox.
Yeah, Harry Carson did well, didn't he? Latched onto a poorly cleared ball again. Paddy Cox got down well and tidied things up. Decent save, wasn't the strongest shot. It's just where Glyn want to get a little good passage of play, don't they? I thought they started the game nice and brightly. So a nice bit of skill there from Rishi Nakumaran. Just breaking forward, just overran it in the end. They'll be looking to release him into those spaces behind the two centre halves for Thomas Telford. Look for that space, look to support him quickly. They want to move the ball nice and quickly. Well played.
Free kick being conceded.
They've just got to be a bit careful, Glyn, just as they go and push, try and get the equaliser. They don't commit too many players forward too early and leave it exposed in that midfield area. He looks lively, Harry Carson, doesn't he?
He does indeed. I think somebody's had an extra bit of cereal this morning. It's Joe Planeta Payne, the Glyn School captain. Just finds touch with that one. Cameron Bailey with the throw-in. Another throw-in conceded. Referee says one way, linesman says the other, and the linesman eventually agrees with the referee and it's gone the Glyn School way.
I don't think anybody came back from conceding the first goal yesterday. I don't have to look back, but I don't think any of the 5 teams that conceded first managed to win the game. So maybe that's a sign this morning that bodes well for Thomas Telford. Glyn will be trying to put that right.
Yes, and you know, the first game yesterday was a 7-goal thriller, and arguably the three best goals in that game actually came from the losing side.
I mean, the free kick, the header was fantastic, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
across the goal into that far corner. And can you remember the third one?
Well, we're going to have a highlights reel on Wednesday for a goal of the tournament.
Oh, fantastic.
So, or goal of the festival, it should be said. Happy to pick for a winner on them ones, John. Because we've had a few contenders so far, haven't we?
Well, I think there were 3 or 4 contenders yesterday.
And that was just in the first match.
Just in the first match, wasn't it?
Kieran Taylor. Taylor finds a bit of space. Trying to send it out on the left-hand side. Could be opportunity here for Dylan Sullivan, trying to cross into Nankumanan. And a corner has to be conceded by Thomas Telford. 12 minutes into the game.
That was good work from Kieran Taylor in the midfield, wasn't it? Made some room for himself. Managed to feed it out wide. Just got that deflection. Because Nankumanan was just hovering there in the middle of the box.
And in fact, a free kick has been given, in fact. An advantage must have been played. So a really good opportunity here for Thomas Telford and their number 9, Don Bedford.
That's a great opportunity, isn't it? It's the perfect place for a free kick.
Nice place for the dead ball. Don Bedford. Bedford then. Just took a little bit off that as it hit the wall. Wasn't put there with any force or fury. More like a placed free kick than one driven hard. Still Glyn to keep possession with Nalik.
They've worked that well, haven't they?
They worked it very well. Sending it forward to Nankumanan. Glyn to Payne. Under pressure. This is Goodfellow. Out wide. This is Gaddington. Gaddington.
Just offside.
Just a tad offside. And he'll be pleased by that because the shot left a lot to be desired for the young Thomas Telford, number 11.
Saved his blushes. But they got onto that really quick. Thomas Telford, that's what they do. They break. And when they break, there's 4 of them there. Swarming around this Glyn School backline and made that pressure count.
Free kick conceded in midfield. It goes towards the team in blue. As we saw a real farcical sending off for a ball being kicked towards a bunch of players last night in the Chelsea-West Brom game.
Fabregas, what was he doing? That was a big shot, wasn't it? 3-0.
Interesting to read this morning that Jose Mourinho was blaming the rivals in the league for the loss, which surprises me because I usually find it's the 11 players on the pitch.
Yeah.
That's usually tell you if you win or lose a game.
I love managers. They've got an excuse for everything, haven't they?
Oh, there's another opportunity here. Could be another chance for 2-0 for Thomas Telford, and an excellent save from Paddy Cox, but still not come to nothing. As Nathan Goodfellow couldn't follow up. And still remains 1-0.
Well, Paddy Cox, who was at fault for the first goal, they're certainly going to be applauding him for that save because he's kept them in the game with a brilliant save. He comes out, slightly heavy touch there, but you've got to say, Paddy Cox comes out, closes it down brilliantly, spreads himself bravely and averts the danger.
Billingsley.
That'll give him a lot of confidence, won't it?
Indeed it will. Jermaine Turner with a long shot, just wide of the goal.
It was Jermaine Turner who had that vital interception that led to the goal. Broke play up in the middle of midfield. Released the ball well. But then really it was all of Glyn's doing that they presented such a gilt-edged chance. Harry Carson taking it well. That's the difference between the two teams in the opening 15 minutes or so.
Garrington. Conlon. On the right-hand side. Effion. Trying to get round Druitt. Gets into the box, but intercepted by Plenty of Pain. Still in the team in amber. Turner. Goes with the shot from distance and into the arms of Paddy Cox.
Yeah, wrong decision there, wasn't it? Probably on his weaker foot.
Rael. Mancuman chasing after it. Billingsley clears. Garrington. Bailey. Loose clearance from Waller. Goodfellow trying to capitalise. Oh, what a chance from Waller. Oh, it's a great goal from Nathan Goodfellow. He hardly celebrates, but it's 2-0 to Thomas Telford School. Paddy Cox was a little bit hesitant coming off the line, but Nathan Goodfellow won't mind that at all. He finds the back of the net and 2-0, and hardly a celebration from the Thomas Telford number 10.
Yeah, I wonder whether he used to play for Glyn School and he had some sort of transfer. Not celebrating against his former school club. A little bit muted, but you saw the joy on the faces of his teammates. They know how important that goal was to make it 2-0. He took it very, very comfortably, very, very well. Again, I spoke about finishing low and hard across the face of the goal yesterday. That was a perfect example of just the way you want to strike the goal. Here's an opportunity for Glyn to get back on the attack.
Well, they need to get back into the game. They've got plenty of time to do so. We're only a quarter of the way through this Under-13 Schools Cup for B Teams final.
It's a great challenge from Kieran Conlon there. The right back for Thomas Telford. You can see what he was trying to do, just slip that ball in to the space. Kieran Taylor, a couple of times he's found space and room in that midfield area. But Nathan Goodfellow, what a great finish that was. But again, just the back line of Glyn will be disappointed that they didn't clear their lines properly. First chance we see, replay. He holds off the challenge from Vince Waller. Nice and strong. And here it is, gets the touch. That's a great finish.
Townsend. Bedford trying to send it forward for Nankumaran to chase. Ben Shaw sends it back to the keeper, Owen Humphreys, who launches it up the field. Carson is there, and there's still plenty of men forward of Cullen offside, but Carson might go along. Cox was a little bit late once more. And Archie Druitt is there to clear. Dylan Sullivan is the one who picks up and puts out into touch, but again, the danger of the Thomas Telford front line there, John. They're quite dangerous when they're on the break.
Well, they're quick, aren't they? They're strong. They get that chance, and they're very direct. I mean, Harry Carson got it out of his feet there, chased it down as he bore down on Paddy Cox's goal. Just had a slightly heavy touch, and that took it away. But again, good goalkeeping from Paddy Cox. As you mentioned, slightly slow off his line, but once he committed, he got there and smothered the ball, averted the danger, and brave goalkeeping in the end.
Lewis Ryle has left the field. Ethan Seowa is on, and he's already on the ball and already launching an attack, and it could be a chance here for Seowa. What an opportunity that was. Just past the face of goal, but still Glyn have it. Seowa, too strong, wins the ball cleanly and has a shot at goal. Oh, and it's nearly an own goal. Still there for Glyn. 2 opportunities there now.
Well, just reminding us that they are dangerous, Glyn.
Ben Shaw was the one who nearly scored an own goal against his side.
In the first instance, it was great play from Ethan Seowa down that left-hand side. Really powerful, strong run, skillful, and just at the end there, wasn't able to put it past Owen Humphreys in goal.
Thomas Telford School on the march. Gaddington with the cross. Now this is Seowa. Cross is not there. Ben Shaw miscontrols it. Puts himself under a little bit of pressure. So much so that Nankumaran was there to try and pick up the pieces. This is Dylan Sullivan. Sullivan for Glyn School. Nobody there for Glyn though in the box. Sullivan needed some support there. He still has it though. Seowa has gone into the box now. Headed away, and still an opportunity here for Nankumaran. Is it going to trickle in the net? It is! Trickles in the back of the net. Rishi Nankumaran is on the score sheet, and Glyn School are back in this final.
Well, I was just doubting whether Glyn School getting enough people in the box. Weren't really pushing forward from the edge of midfield, but in the end it falls to Nankumaran, and you'll see he has a really good touch, hits it low and hard to the keeper's inside, and Owen Humphreys, although he gets a hand to it, it's not strong enough to deny Nankumaran a goal to get Glyn probably back in this tie and set us up for a fascinating encounter. Thomas Telford with the 2 goals put them in control, but that certainly puts Glyn back in this game at a crucial time.
Absolutely. And Ethan Seowa, who really has made an impact since he's come on. Really playing with intent.
He has the touch there, doesn't he? And then drills it hard and low.
Owen Humphreys will feel a little bit hard done by that. He thought he may have just done enough to tip that round the post.
He got down well.
Archer. Bedford.
Well, the pendulum has just swung slightly, hasn't it, in favour of Glyn. They're now asking the questions of Thomas Telford.
Archer. Bedford. Good tackle there from Bedford. Glyn School all of a sudden playing with a little bit more confidence. Bedford with the strike into the arms of Humphreys.
Yeah, that's better as we just get some treatment for a player down in the middle. But it's better from Glyn. They're pressing quicker with more urgency in midfield, winning the ball back in that area. And they can just launch those attacks from a better position, further advanced in the field of play.
Harry Townsend, just one who's receiving treatment right now, as every All the players just having a little bit of a comfort break.
We've got rolling subs. I thought it was a mass substitution or something. There was a couple of times yesterday. It got quite warm yesterday afternoon, didn't it? Down
Yes,
on the
indeed.
pitch. We saw some fatigue, I think, hitting one or two players towards the latter stages of the second half. I didn't think they were taking on enough fluids. So it's good to see them having a drinks break. Not quite sure who it is down having some treatment, but sure he'll be back up on his feet in a moment.
Yeah, Harry Townsend is the one who's just receiving the treatment right now. So in his place, Jaden Williams looks like he's going to be coming on the field.
Well, it's a good moment for Glyn School just to have that moment to regroup, have their tails up from getting back in the game. And a moment for the coach, for Thomas Telford, to remind his players what they did well to get the 2-goal lead, what they need to be concentrating on. Switched on at the back, trying to dictate play in midfield and manage the pace of the game from their perspective.
So yeah, Harry Townsend is the one who's going to be departing the field here. Jaden Williams is the one who's going to be coming on in his place.
He's taken a heavy knock on the arm, hasn't he? Hope he's okay.
So yeah, Jaden Williams is the player coming on. Just a bounce ball been Toby Archer sent it back to Owen Humphreys, and we restart. 7.5 minutes left to play. No doubt with a couple of minutes added time to be put on at the end of this first half. Clearance by Druitt. Picked up by Effiam, but illegally. Free kick going the way of Glyn School with Tom Bedford. Druitt. Garrington trying to get past Nalick. Garrington did very well. Ben Shaw. Running to Payne. Dylan Sullivan. Conlon. Effiam. Up the right channel. Cross comes in. That's a good one as well. The touch wasn't there for Jaden Williams. Might be there for Garrington now. He's looking for a bit of space for the shot. Good block there from Glyn School. And they keep the goal deficit just to 1.
He was trying to get it onto his left foot. Just shows you get that opportunity a couple of times there. Oh, it's brilliant work from Effiam over on that right-hand side. Went past the fullback really easily. Delivered a great ball. And then 2 or 3 opportunities to get a strike on goal, and they just wanted too much time to get it onto their stronger side, and sometimes you can't be afforded that luxury.
Sending it back. Paddy Cox, who clears. Josh Carrington.
He's played well, hasn't he, Josh Carrington, down this left-hand side?
Indeed.
He's neat, industrious, good player. Skillful.
Carson. Effiam. Effiam trying to get past Glyn to Payne. And Archie Druitt needed to take the ball off Effiam so he can stick it out for a corner. Thomas Telford School, the ones who are finishing the better in this first half. 2-1 they lead. Harry Carson and Nathan Goodfellow finding the net. And they've got plenty of numbers in the box as well. Carrington with the ball, but it comes to nothing. Plenty of yellow shirts were there, but not one on that occasion. Mancuman was thought he was disappointed trying to put that ball forward. It's still in Glyn School possession. Stopped in its tracks by Lawrence and Billingsley, but still Glyn School have the throw. Coming with Kieran Taylor. Taylor, Nankumaran, onside. Nankumaran, he's got to play it across the goal. Nankumaran does well. Good save. Still a chance here for Glyn School. Oh, what an opportunity that was for Dylan Sullivan.
Oh, Dylan Sullivan had a great opportunity, didn't he? Knew he had to take it early. It was great work in the first instance from Kieran Taylor. It took the throw in really quickly. Released Nankumaran. He did well, and what an opportunity to get back on level terms.
There's Nankumaran again. Not confident on his left foot, that's what he tried to hit on the outside of his right.
We've seen on a number of occasions, haven't we, in this game already? Players trying to get it onto their stronger side. Well played.
Siowa. Malik. Taylor. Effiam. On one man and another. Put out this time by Herbie Archer.
Well, Kieran Taylor's done well in the first half, hasn't he, for Glyn School in the middle of midfield. Has that sense of awareness around him, has a little look over his shoulder when he receives the ball. Uses it well.
Nankumaran.
And here he is on the ball.
Kieran Taylor. Taylor with a run. Stopped in his tracks. Josh Garrington now. Stopped by Harry Carson. Carson. Good ball over the top for Effiam. And there could be an opportunity here for 3-1. Surely we've got it to this time! And here it will be! The Glyn School defence at 6s and 7s. And Thomas Telford have retained a 2-goal lead. They lead 3-1 as we approach half-time. But John Scales, the Glyn defence all over the place.
Well, and they have been for the first 2 goals. Really disappointing. You expected them to have got it sorted out at the back. They haven't. And they've paid a heavy price, really, for that indecision at the back. And poor clearances, and Jaden Williams is the beneficiary of that. I think Glyn are going to find it difficult to come back from this. Got their work cut out at half-time to reorganise things, lift their heads, have a team talk and come out for the second half as we approach half-time. But really, again, all of Glyn's doing, not clearing the ball well at the back.
And it's Jaden Williams trying to send the ball downfield towards Carson. Put up by Tom Bedford.
Well, it's Jermaine Turner again.
Well played by Suwa.
It was Jermaine Taylor, wasn't it, for Thomas Telford in midfield, number 4. Influential in the first goal and influential in that third goal there. Hitting the ball over the top, knowing that they've got the pace in attack, knowing that they want to turn the defence of Glyn. And it's worked a treat for them in this opening 35 minutes.
2 minutes of added time to be played at the end of this first half. Archer, got a man in the box to aim for. Instead, over the bar. Oh, and interestingly enough, I spot Paul boys here this morning, John.
Oh, they're back. Well, they'll only be back till lunchtime, aren't they? We had them all on duty for the first 2 games yesterday morning, and then never came back, did they?
Well, I think the lunch was excellent here yesterday, from what I believe.
I can vouch for that. They obviously indulged a little bit too much, probably, and knocked off early. Anyway, here they are.
There's quite a few of them today. I'm counting. How many? 1, 2, 3, about 10, I think.
That's it. I'm sure they're supposed to be in shifts, and this is the morning shift and the afternoon shift. And it was well worked, Glyn, to get this corner. Can they get the goal back?
Not the best corner in the world. One of the most frustrating things to see is when a corner doesn't get past the first man. Gannington sending it forward. A little bit hesitant to get there from Vince Waller, the Glyn School number 3. And something that this back four needs to get reorganised here at half-time. Well, this final could really run away from them. And that will be the end of this first half on this second morning of the PlayStation Schools Festival for 2015. The Under-13 Schools Cup for B teams. Thomas Telford are the ones who have been reaping the rewards of the mistakes from Glyn School, and they lead at half-time by 3 goals to 1.
Well, I think Thomas Telford can be very satisfied with that first half performance. Glyn School, I think, have played some good football when they've been able to. Just got to cut out those mistakes. They paid dearly for those at the back. On 3 occasions, really, it's been all of their own doing. And Thomas Telford have taken full advantage of that. Very decent goals. Harry Carson, Nathan Goodfellow and Jaden Williams. Just that one reply from Nana Kumaran, who seemed to get Glyn back in the game. So plenty of work for them to do at half-time.
Indeed, Thomas Telford lead by 3 goals to 1 at half-time. Let's have a look at the tail of the first half.
Well, here was the opportunity. The ball came through. I think it was Jermaine Turner who had knocked the ball over the top. Paddy Cox came out. Defenders did their job, really, guiding it back, asking the keeper to come out, and it's just one of those poor clearances early in the morning. Rusty start, and you get off to that start, it's very difficult to pick your heads up. And again here, we see the second goal. Really, really good work from Nathan Goodfellow down that left-hand side. Slight mishap at the back, poor clearance. But really, really good finish. Ball just bobbling about. Ball holds up on this dry pitch. Started yesterday in the rain and it was skipping about, zipping about. Just held up nicely for him, but he had a really good touch.
This is the Glyn School sub coming on. Ethan Seowar has made a bit of a difference for Glyn. He's been a bit lively as he's made his entrance onto the field.
Well, that was the chance, wasn't it, when he went down that channel. Strong. Crosses the ball in there. There was the own goal nearly. Sliced. Keeper couldn't do much about it. And this is the reply. Really good strike on the near side post. Owen Humphreys, the goalkeeper, will be a little bit disappointed. Did well to dive down to his right, get a hand to it, wasn't quite strong enough. And I thought at that stage it would get them back in the game. It did, 2-1. And just the reply they wanted after a disappointing start. Then that ball over the top, as we saw a couple of times in the first half. Shot goal bound, and again Poor clearances at the back, and Jaden Williams this time is the one to capitalise on not clearing the lines, not dealing with it. And there you see, simple tap in to make it 3-1.
Yes, Jaden Williams was the third goal scorer. Look like from up here that Josh Carrington was the one who got the final touch. But Williams is the one who got his name on the score sheet. And alas, it's Thomas Telford who lead at the Majeski Stadium here on this second morning of the PlayStation Schools Festival for 2015 in the Schools Cup for B Teams final for under 13s. Glyn School 1, Thomas Telford 3 at half-time. So Glyn School have already come back onto the field. And for the half-times yesterday, John, which were, well, quite about 6-7 minutes in some cases, that caught us off guard. This one was a little bit longer. I think the officials may have gone for breakfast, I think.
I don't blame them. Nice coffee, some toast. Maybe something a little bit more substantial.
There was one half-time break last night. It was about 25 minutes, I think it was.
It went on and on, didn't it?
It did go on.
We had linesmen chasing balloons. Had all sorts yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Ball boys are back at least for the second half. That's a good sign. All right, I think Glyn have made some changes, haven't they?
They may have done indeed.
So they've really got to step at the pace here.
Yeah, they're the ones chasing the game as our referee Ryan Pitson comes back onto the field.
I saw a couple of games where teams really came out in the second half and got on the front foot very quickly. Cardinal Heanor, I remember, leading 2-0, and they came out and got that third swiftly and really sort of killed the tie off. And I think here, these opening minutes of this second half, Glyn School have really got to come at Thomas Telford and put them under pressure. Keep it switched on at the back.
So here we go then, the second half, just getting underway. Thomas Telford in amber and maroon, Glyn School in blue and white. Thomas Telford going from right to left on your screen. Thomas Telford with the early throw on, and this is C. Howard, who's made a decent impact for Glyn School since coming on the field, and this is a new substitute for Glyn School, Daniel Guyett.
Well, no chances there from Lawson Billingsley. Captain for Thomas Telford clears his line. Long throw in, puts Thomas Telford under pressure. Ball coming in, this is where they've got to get bodies forward, hits it, oh, he's going to hit it first time, wasn't he? I think it was the right decision, just couldn't make contact.
But a free kick has been won.
A little bit of frustration from Herbie Archer. I think it was Herbie on the edge of the box there. Missing the ball, had the chance to volley, try and hit the target, and then chase back and just conceded the free kick.
Cameron Bailey.
Good challenge.
Excellent challenge that was indeed.
That's what they're going to do more of. And again, he gets across well, doesn't he? Lawson Billingsley, a couple of good chances, but I think he's hurt in the process. He would be a loss to this back line of Thomas Telford if he can't recover from that. The referee spotted it.
Yeah, he's just gone down. And they're asking for the physios to come onto the field. Needs a little bit of treatment.
We've got ourselves organised up here this morning, haven't we? We're actually in some sort of comfort and monitors in the right place.
You're a very happy man today, aren't you?
I'm much happier than yesterday. I mean, I enjoyed yesterday, but as you mentioned, it was like flying on a budget airline with my legs cramped in and trying to sit and perch on seats and stand up and all sorts. I got it sorted this morning, so grateful to the team who've organised that.
Yes, our director's blowing his own trumpet about this, about that at the minute. You know, John.
Well, he's a bit 24 hours late, though, isn't he?
Indeed, yes.
So
you know, it's
he doesn't cry on about it too much, does he?
Absolutely. I think he should have thought about this when we got here yesterday morning.
Preparation. You know, it's all about the preparation. But anyway, better late than never, hey?
Yeah, apparently he just said that's security. I've just said that we're sitting in the wrong place now. You know, this is actually director's seats that we're in. We shouldn't be sitting here. We're going to have to go back to our original place.
Yeah, I've got to be careful what we say here. It's a beautiful day now again. Just yesterday morning, wasn't it? Swirling wind and rain and much better conditions. Right, half an hour. Glyn have got to turn the pressure on. Now they've got to start to push and commit players forward. It's a great, strong run down the left wing.
As Seowa tries to get the ball into the box. And little clearance there, but a free kick was won for that challenge by Jaden Williams on Herbie Archer. It's an interesting question, actually. We're just on with the conditions there, the sunshine and the rain and whatever was due to come later. Especially when you're playing in a winter match on a January and it is a gorgeous sunny day. We've got 2 or 3 degrees. We've got that low setting sun when you're playing those afternoons, and it can be difficult. You know, with those types, to try and see where the ball is at times, especially for goalkeepers. Yeah. Just as this ball comes in and cleared away. How do you combat that for you, especially as a defender? You know, you may have got away with it in some of the stands that you, stadiums that you played in the past, but there must have been some times that you would have had that set in some of your eyes and it may have caught you off guard.
Oh, I remember playing in some stadiums where it does affect you because it doesn't block out the sun. It can be a real problem for players and defenders, especially, and goalkeepers trying to deal with the low sun right in your eyes. The worst thing, I think, the conditions I hated, we just look at here at an opportunity to get on the...
Herbie Archer just sliced it away.
The worst condition for me always was wind. I hated playing in strong wind. I didn't mind, you know, the cold, I didn't mind the rain. Sun, not so bad, you know. It was the wind, the swirling ball. You know, certainly as a defender when it was coming down and it was all over the place, and I think those are the worst conditions of all. Perfect conditions here, though, for football. And Seowa onto it again, quickly.
Indeed he is, Seowa. And the strong challenge from back for Thomas Telford School. Glyn have started the brighter in this second half. They really are trying to take the game to Thomas Telford. Daniel Guat.
Yeah, their build-up play is really good. You know, they work the ball in good areas, they keep it on the floor, they pass and move. It's just that final third, that cutting edge in that penalty box. Got to make this pressure count when they get into good areas. It's about choice of delivery. Always making the right choice in the final third when you're under that little bit more pressure.
Archer. Guyat loses control. 2 Glyn players running after this one. Carson chasing. Sent upfield. Jermaine Turner. Billingsley. Ball has just been stopped for earlier infringement. And it will be Thomas Telford who will have the free kick in midfield.
Yeah, it was just a foul on Nathan Goodfellow. I think it was Tom Bedford just snapping at his heels, just caught him. Goodfellow looking at the referee, and the referee obliges with the free kick.
Turner goes from distance. Not a bad effort.
No, worth a strike. They seem well in control of the game now. 10 minutes into this second half, and they've resisted the challenge of Glyn School to get back in contention in this game. They certainly need this second goal to set them on their way. But so far, so good for Thomas Telford. They've navigated the opening minutes and pretty much in control of the game, but Glyn really got to find a way to pressurise them, hustle them out of the ball, get back in those good areas and really push forward.
Just as a few of the, I think it might have been Thomas Telford school fans down below trying to start the Poznan.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit early in the morning for that kind of rowdiness, in my mind, John.
Rowdy bunch, eh? Are they from your way?
Thomas Telford, well, Shropshire way, aren't they? So,
yes.
Yes, I think we are used to that about for this time of the morning. You know, we are 24-hour party people in the north. Daniel Guyat now with the throw-in.
Yeah, there you go. You can see how quick they are, Thomas Telford, to get up in support quickly when the ball goes forward, but that's what they're going to be, just vulnerable on the break.
There'll be Archer chasing hard. Jermaine Turner has to clear. The last deflection coming off Archer, and will be a Thomas Telford throw. 10 minutes played in the second half. Kieran Taylor finding a little bit of space. Taylor under pressure from Carrington, sets up a shot coming in from Tom Bedford, and a good save needed from Owen Humphreys.
Well, that's just the area you want to get yourself into. Good work from Kieran Taylor. So in the first half, he's been influential in good things in that middle of the midfield. Tom Bedford just being set up. Just needed a bit of a stronger shot there to trouble Owen Humphreys in goal.
Foul throw.
Yeah, he likes calling them up a couple of times in the first half, this linesman. Assistant. Call them up for a foul throw, just lifting that foot off the ground. Another substitution from Glyn. This is unlimited roll-on, roll-off subs, effectively, where players can come off and come on.
It's 11-12, Rishi Nankumanan coming back on the field, scoring Glyn's only goal so far.
Here he is, straight in the action.
Nankumanan gets round Lawson Bingsley. And Bingsley does quite well there, but...
Yeah, if in doubt, sit on the ball.
Indeed.
He did well there. I think he's played really well, Lawson Bingsley. He's captain and...
No, this is needless from our referee, Ryan Pitson. Billingsley just had a little bit of two-touch from You know, yeah, so that's what Billings is just saying right now. I had a little bit of two-touch, and he did give the ball back. You know, he only wasted about a second or two, you know, nothing much.
Well, that was 1 second wasted. This is about 30 seconds.
This is about 30 seconds wasted. This is not needed, this. You know, give him a telling off, but do it after the game, you know.
Right, he's back in position.
Sent forward by Herbie Archer. Comes to nothing, and now Thomas Telford really trying to put this game to bed.
Well, it's there, isn't it? They're so quick to get up and support, and they win that second ball.
Effiong into the box. Cross comes in, comes to nothing. How about the second ball, though? Turner with the cross. And ball is out and loose again, and once again there, John, this Glyn defence sometimes can be have a little bit of nerves about them.
Yeah, it's been their Achilles heel, really, hasn't it? Dealing with these balls coming in. It's Turner there, whips the ball in, not being able to clear the lines properly. So Effiong break down the right-hand side as well, really well. Really positive play from this Thomas Telford. They get another opportunity in the box.
All the men back for Glyn School, nobody forward. So they're going to need something special to come out of their own half here and get on the front foot. Thomas Telford were back there, and Effiong was nearly in as well.
Yeah.
He was nearly in, didn't need a block there. And there's still plenty of space here for Effiong if he wants to take a run in here. And that's what the ball that Turner has just played. And I needed that challenge from Sam Price.
Well, it's that good covering, isn't it? Good strength from Jermaine Turner and releasing Gareth Effiong. Causes some problems down this right-hand side, the two of them. You know, part of it's that extra physicality, isn't it? Often, I mentioned it yesterday again. See the difference in stature of one or two players. Make a significant difference at under 13, under 12 level. Sort of evens itself out, under 14, under 15, but
nice interception there by Jermaine Turner. Jaden Williams.
well, into the final 20 minutes now, and they needed a response, as I said, at half-time. Second half, you wanted Glyn to come out and put a big, strong challenge in to try and get a second goal and get back in the tie. And 25 minutes now into the last 20 minutes. Time's running out for them.
It's Cameron Bailey with an effort on goal. Goes wide of the post, and our ball boys are on the ball here this morning. Hopefully they're all not double parked, or, you know, we're still trying to figure out a reason why they were only here half day yesterday. Free kick given to Glyn School on the foul then on Sam Price.
Bit of a late challenge. Referee picking that one up well.
And Kumaran. Guyett. Taylor. Guyett. Bailey picks up. Tom Bedford will take the throw. Bedford. Headed away there by Garrington. The referee asking that one to be taken again from maybe 3 or 4 yards further back than where Tom Bedford originally took it. Well, he's sending him further back. If he keeps going, he'll end up in Basingstoke, this lad, if he's not careful. Williams trying to be strong, and was stronger too. Williams can finish the game here, just wide of the post.
Well, I think that just demonstrates, for me, in a nutshell, the difference between these two teams. I think Thomas Telford just that little bit stronger. Jaden Williams doing really well, strength and pace to get on the ball and give himself a chance and opportunity. Just putting it wide. But here's a chance.
There's a chance indeed, and it took Owen Humphreys. Comes straight out of the Thomas Telford school. I think he's been taking lessons from his fellow goalkeeper John Acton, I think, who was also a Thomas Telford player yesterday, who was we dubbed the young Fabian Barthez.
Yeah,
but it's still another chance and another good save there from Owen Humphreys.
Yeah, you're right. I was just going to mention we saw it yesterday. Of course, they're at the same school. Maybe it's something they work on specifically, that they want the keepers to be really alert to come out. And I was mentioning that that's certainly part of the modern day goalkeeping duties, is to be that sort of sweeper.
Cross comes in, and on the volley.
Yeah.
Louis Rayal over the bar.
Well, again, good decision. I'd rather he did that, try to take the opportunity when it came to him, than have a touch and allow players to come around and snuff out the danger. Louis Rayal having an opportunity there on his left foot to get the strike away on target, but just failing. Running out of time, clock ticking down to the final 15 minutes. Something's really got to change sooner rather than later.
Bailey. Siowa onto it, and they got a little bit of space as well.
Oh dear.
He did have an opportunity there to take another touch and then take the shot.
Yeah, he really needs to take another touch into the box. Got himself away from the defenders, and Siowa really, with the chances coming few and far between, really should have taken better advantage of that. Had another touch into the box, and he would have really been bearing down on Owen Humphreys, and you'd have put him as favourite to score and get this much needed, at least second goal.
Plenty of men forward for Thomas Telford School. This is Jaden Williams. Williams, cross coming in, offside was Josh Garrington.
Good play from Jaden Williams. Again, they work those channels well, don't they? Look to push it wide as early as they can. Every opportunity. Exploit the flanks, and yeah, their game plan's been really good today, Thomas Telford. They've controlled much of the game. I think at the back they've been strong. They've known what areas they want to sort of exploit when they go forward. Real sort of good shape to this team. Well balanced, and the coaches deserve a lot of credit for that, for setting them up right. You can see the instructions coming thick and fast from the side.
Siowa. Humphreys clears, but a free kick being given here.
Well, that's
the foul on Siawet.
Yeah, it's Lawson Billingsley, I think, is it? Or is it obstruction, or was it the initial foul?
Yeah, Lawson Billingsley was a little bit surprised with the referee's decision there. So
well, I think he's been outstanding at the back. A bit of a harsh decision, but he was impeding the attacker, stopping him from challenging the keeper with the ball that was bouncing loose. Now, time running out.
Yes, indeed.
Shot on target.
12 minutes left to play. Tom Bedford is the man on this. Oh, and a little bit of a touch, and some of the move off the training ground. Not this time. 9-8-7. Tom Bedford to Herbie Archer to Kieran Taylor. Tried a little training ground move. Comes to nothing.
Well, Kieran Taylor and Tom Bedford having words with each other. A little bit of a misunderstanding. Taylor was in a good position, but rolled a little bit too slowly. You're not afforded that sort of luxury of time in these games. Sierra again down this left-hand side.
Sierra. Referee just giving a little bit of a talking to Siawet and Gareth Effion. Moses. Jaden Williams on the run. One-on-one with the keeper. This to finish the game. Good save that was from Paddy Cox. Keeps his side in the tie. 10 minutes left to play. Glyn still chasing this side though. They need to get this ball upfield. 2 goals they need to find to send it to a penalty shootout. Good effort from Williams.
No, it was a really good released again. Well, another demonstration of everything that they do well. Thomas Telford, when the ball is breaking, they get forward and they support really quickly, and they release Jaden Williams. Maybe could have had another touch into the box, but had a good shot, decent save. Well, they're willing them on, aren't they? The Thomas Telford fans, they're in good voice.
Yes, indeed they are. They're in fine fettle right now. 9 minutes left to play. Louis Royale. We did see Thomas Telford do this yesterday in their other final.
There they are, resplendent in their maroon, is it? Great voice.
Royale into the box. Goal kick. The game just beginning to wind down now. Thomas Telford. No, they got that 2-goal cushion. And once again, John Scales, I'll be asking for you for the man of the match in about 4 or 5 minutes from now. And this is a hard one to call for me, because like the Thomas Telford performance of yesterday, this one's been very much the same. It's been a team performance.
Well, that's what I've been saying throughout this game. I've been really impressed with their shape, the way they've got forward as a team. The back four have pushed out, the midfield have gone and supported the front, and they've worked as a unit defensively as well. Really, really impressive team performance all round. Oh, it's well played. Gets the foul. Bit frustrating from Glyn's perspective, but just come up short, haven't they, this morning? I think they can have no shame. They've come up against a team really in good form. I've been impressed with Glyn, the way that they've got the ball down and played and just kept at what their pattern of play, the way that they play the game, playing to feet, working those areas. Really, it's that final third has been lacking. And defensively, those early mistakes cost them dearly. Just the foul on Lawson Billingsley. Again, runs the clock down as we enter the last 5 minutes, or approach the last 5 minutes. Well, actually, there's about 7 minutes to go. I don't know what I'm talking about. With extra time.
Yeah, there'll be 1 or 2 minutes of injury time to be played, so still a bit of time here left for Glyn to try and salvage something from the game. But Thomas Telford School have just really kept them quiet.
They look comfortable, don't they?
Yeah, indeed. Archer with the throw-in. Isawet, ball just went out into touch. Or spotted by our linesman. And two or three of the Thomas Telford fans already doing the Poznan. They're ready to celebrate. And there's 1 or 2 at the front there looking miserable as sin. It can't be that cold down there, surely.
As miserable as the Glyn School supporters down to our left. They've been in fine voice as well. It's so good to see the support these schools have had. It's a great festival of football, this PlayStation Schools Cup. 3 days of great football, 15 matches, 15 finals, chances for national champions in so many categories to be found. The English Schools FA, these prestigious competitions, they grow and grow every year. There's another chance, he's just offside.
Williams, just a tad offside, and in all fairness, I think we were right in front of that one. That was a good margin call, that was.
Oh, very tight, wasn't it?
Just a tad offside. Let's have a look at this. This the pass. Yes. Yeah. Just
great decision, wasn't it? Yeah.
Just half a yard offside. So 4 minutes left to play. John Scales going to ask you the question: who's your man of the match?
Well, like we were discussing, I think it's really good that they've had a fantastic team performance. So we just see this, can he deal with the danger?
Maybe not, maybe not. Is this a post? Oh, my word! And it's there in the end by Joel Hodnett. 4-1 now the score. For a minute there, I thought Hodnett was going to miss it completely. But that seals the deal. Look what it means to the Thomas Telford pupils and their team. They are going to win this under-13 school cup for B teams.
Well, they know that's the end of it. Ball here, released, worked well, really worked well in those good areas. That was just a replay of the offside. But that really is the end of matters here this morning, this opening game. 4-1, it's comfortable now. They've been in the ascendancy throughout the game, and good work up front, and alert to hit the rebound. Put this tie beyond Glyn. Goes back to my man of the match, and it's really been a good performance all round, as we mentioned, but I think the one outstanding player for me has been Lawson Billingsley. The captain at the back, number 5. I think Lawson's been outstanding. He's read the game really well. As a centre-half myself, I like the way that he's been a commanding figure at the back. He's covered out, he's been able to come out left, he's been able to come out right from that sort of comfort zone. Cover things very well, head the ball away when needed, clear it simply and effectively when needed. I think he's been the sort of rock on which this performance has been built.
Just as Thomas Telford's school are ringing the changes so everybody can have a go on the field. Joshua Head coming on, Isaiah Moses coming on, Noah Plowman also coming on the field as well. Josh Cannington coming off, Kieran Conlon also coming off the field.
I think it was Louis Range trying to get back. 2 players bearing down on him under enormous pressure, and as we've seen with this Thomas Telford front line, they're quick and powerful. Just being able to get the better of things and force the chance. I do want to make a special mention, I think, of Kieran Taylor. I think Kieran's had a really good game in midfield for Glyn. I think there's been a number of good performances individually. Collectively, they wanted to play the game in the right way. I think they've got a huge amount of credit out of the game, and maybe they get a little bit of a consolation here.
Good effort on goal there from Herbie Archer, easily taken though for Owen Humphreys.
Well, Herbie's put so much endeavour into this game throughout. He's another one that's impressed. A number of players have really put in that good effort, but I think ultimately they've come up against a stronger, more organised, slightly better team, but certainly no shame in the way in which they've got to this final, enjoyed this fantastic occasion at the Majeski Stadium. What a great platform to come and play football, and great credit to them for the way they've approached the game, the spirit in which they've played it. And still trying to the end. Great skill.
Well played. As we just approach the 70-minute mark, we're just waiting for the celebrations to begin here as the 4th official gets the board ready to tell us how many minutes are left to play. And it's going to be 2 minutes of added time. As the Thomas Telford school, in all their regalia, are getting ready to celebrate, and before heading back up the M40.
It's that man again, isn't it?
Williams on the run once more. This time going for a crossfield pass to try and play in Gareth Effiong. Effiong gets round Louis Range and puts it into the box. It's for 5. It's for 5. Maybe it could come for Jermaine Turner. Blocked there by Sam Price.
Oh.
Bit of a blatant handball there from Joshua Head. The referee didn't see it, and we play on here.
I was just about to shout out all the way from up here to the referee. It was handball.
One of the easiest decisions I've ever seen in this game so far. Someone said one of the Glyn School players was banging the floor in frustration.
I'm not
offside.
Surprised.
Offside. No plan was offside. Below on the far side there, and he's and the ball's trickled down the gangway there, so he's gonna have to try and fetch that. So he's had to walk about quarter of a mile just to get this ball.
Oh, it's an outrageous decision.
I just can't believe it.
It's right in front of the assistant referee over there on the far line. I mean, he stood in front of it. Well, surely he saw that.
Well, luckily it came to like majority of the players stopped because they knew it was a handball.
The way he beats the ground in absolute dismay.
Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Now, can Glyn School get something for their efforts here this morning? The winner corner, Rishi Nankumaran. final goal at the death, maybe.
Oh, you said that in the first half you're going to miss out that front man, haven't you? And that is the final whistle.
That is the final whistle. Thomas Telford School, a comfortable victory on the second morning of the PlayStation Schools Festival for 2015. They have won the Under-13 Schools Cup for B teams in comfortable fashion. They've won by 4 goals to 1. A really respectable victory, an easy victory, comprehensive victory, and the best team won on the day.
Yeah, sometimes it's as simple as that, isn't it? It's a really good performance. Collectively, they look strong, disciplined, well organised, had the game plan, strong in attack, strong in defence, moved the ball well, wanted to work the areas, the wide areas, and took their chances when it mattered. Individually, some good performances. And likewise from Glyn. Just had the game plan, but just weren't able to. They came up against a stronger team today. They had some impressive players, some impressive performances, but it was those mistakes at the back, I think, early in the game that really rocked them, and they never found a way back. And up front just lacked that cutting edge that Thomas Telford had. So they can be proud of their performance, proud in the way that they played the game and the spirit in which they played it, but they'll be frustrated down there on the pitch, having come so far to the final and coming up short. But Lawson Billingsley, captain, number 5 for Thomas Telford, I thought he led things brilliantly at the back. 1 or 2 other good performances. Glyn School, I thought Kieran Taylor, unlucky not to get man of the match, but I think on the losing side, I think I've got to go with a winning captain. But certainly Kieran can be proud, and many of those other players. Vancouver Moran was a threat. Sihawa got down in opportunities down the left-hand side, and 1 or 2 others. Just not enough. But fantastic celebrations here, and rightly so, being congratulated by their fans, all those Thomas Telford supporters from that school. Face paint and the big PlayStation hands, fantastic to see. Great atmosphere here. You've got to feel for those Glyn School boys down there getting a consolation chat from their coach.
Lawson Billingsley just realised he's won the Man of the Match award, and now he sees what he wins.
Look, he looks happy with that, doesn't he?
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, great. Not bad for a day's work.
Not bad for the morning's work. Well done, Lawson. That PS4's coming home with you.
Look, Mum. Look.
Mum, look what I won. Look what I've won.
Delighted for him. Really good performance. PlayStation 4.
Why not?
Nice.
Just one of the coaches are just handing it. Yeah, he's handing it to Mum.
Look after that.
Yeah, look after that. I'm just double checking. Yes, and Mum's very happy about that as well. There she goes.
Well done. Congratulations. She can't believe it. Boy's done good.
Ooh, you don't want to leave it there.
We need a fishing rod from here, don't we? Yes. Hook it in.
John Scales will be after that.
Yeah.
Mrs. Billingsley.
Good bit of kit. Presentation just getting ready.
Any replays here? They don't want to move down. So here's the story of the match. This is the second half. The late goal, the late winner. Gareth Effiam thought he had it. Instead it came to number 12, Joel Hodnett.
Good ball over the top there from Jermaine Turner. Just couldn't clear it at the back. This happens so often in that game.
So there you have it.
On the cake.
That's the first final of 5 that we're going to bring you here on this Tuesday morning here at the Majestic Stadium. The under-13 Schools Cup for B teams. Glyn School 1, Thomas Telford 4. I'm going to head down pitch side for some reaction.